been putting all my people on. Ain't no telling where these profits taking us.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Let me go ahead and pause this thing right there. I hope y'all having an amazing morning. I'm feeling good. It's cold and rainy outside, as you can see, but that is okay. We're going to go ahead, get this day started. Let's start from the I'm so happy and grateful now's top to bottom. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm helping people to make 5-figure incomes, and say thanks to my mentor, Charles, for taking the time to help me when I needed it, and for being a Chairman 10 by December 31st, 2020. So happy and grateful now for learning a skill that will help me for the rest of my life. So happy and grateful for the elevation of my team, for the access to the largest, most liquid financial market in the world, being a travelpreneur, which allows me and my family to be free as well. Shout out to B. Everybody's dropped happy birthday, B, in the chat. Definitely go ahead and do that. Binary B in the building. I'm so happy and grateful now for God's daily grace, which I will extend to others, shifting my mindset from employee to entrepreneur, trusting the process, knowing through each action I take in my life, the lives of others will forever be changed. And happy birthday to B, Chairwoman, as well. So happy and grateful now for God opening my eyes this morning. Giving me another day. Happy and grateful for the skill set I've acquired this year. Did not have a clue last year what lot size was. I'm happy and grateful for my family, small mercies. God is great. Happy and grateful for the ability to pray. Happy and grateful now that this Bitcoin trade is busting. Yes, it is. Happy and grateful for the Most High giving me another day to get it right, for the RetiredIn365 family, for my ability to share this opportunity with others, for the day of growth, grace, and health, for my family, for guidance, wisdom. I am Chairman 10 by December 31st, 2020. Keep those coming in. If you have not already, drop your I'm so happy and grateful nows coming in. All right, look, I want to show y'all one thing, and I think the man of the hour might be here on the call. Drop some in the chat if you are here, sir. But in the meantime, I want to pull this one thing up. Where are we at? Where'd it go? All right, perfect. All right, I'm about to share my screen if this thing stops eluding me. All right, found it. We're going to watch some videos. I hope nobody here is squeamish. If you are, it's okay, because that's all right. We're going to get through it together. Let me pull this up. There we go. Happy birthday, B. Yeah, keep the happy birthday B's coming in. Definitely want to go ahead and show her some love. All right, so I should be sharing my screen right now. We're going to start with this video right here. All right. That's just two of the ones, right? I want to show y'all. We're going to start in two places. So the first video shows you how these ants, right? These army ants are literally able to build bridges. And the reason I came across that video, it was showing how the ants had formed on somebody's roof, and they had an entire bridge looping all the way across to some hornet's nest or something like that, right? But the cool thing about it was it's entirely their bodies. And as you've seen in the video, right, they're using each other to get to that next level. So that means somebody has to start the bridge, right? And each person has to build, but the lead ant got to slow down when it gets to a gap because it can't get across the gap by itself, right? In order for any of the ants to get to the other side, right, they have to start working together, right? So the ants can go for miles and miles by themselves, but if you get to a gap, you get to some place you've never been before, you're going to start to need some help, right? So think about that as a journey as you're going towards your adventure of chairman, right? Or whatever that rank it is that you're going for. I'm assuming you want to go chairman, right? You can't do it by yourself. There's going to be some things that you can get by yourself. There's going to be some places that you can get by yourself. There's going to be a trade account size that you can get by yourself. Anybody can come in and hit buy and sell and get a little bit of results. But to get to that next level, you're going to have to start, number one, give it like Paris and all the other chairmen always talk about, Paris and David Imonitie and Justin Owens. They talk about working together. They talk about giving, providing value, right? Charles talked about impact. Are you adding value to somebody else's life? So that was a really good example of in order to get to that other side, they have to each be selfless enough to be part of the bridge to get to the other side. That means that some ants are going to make it to the other side before the other ones, right? Some are just going to be hanging there. Now, they all going to make it, but it's going to take them first building that bridge. And as you've seen, some of the ants might fall off. The ones that's not strong enough. The ones that's not in tune with what's going on. But at the same time, if you're being led by the wrong person, if you're not listening to the right voice, that was that second video, right? If you can be wherever it is that you're going, it was called the death circle, right? The death circle. So the ants in that death circle, although those are the same ants that can build these bridges and survive long periods of time, following the wrong person, getting caught on the wrong path, they're going to walk in circle for days and weeks and however long until they die. They're all going to die of exhaustion. And not one is going to die. They're all going to die because they're all following the wrong person, right? So what does that look like for you and your business? What does that look like for you and your trade account, right? If you get off path, if you have a path and you know that this path is leading to where it is that you want to go, you got to make sure you're following the right people, right? And you got to make sure you follow them until you feel like you're in that place, right? Like these ants are in that death circle. Hey, we've been doing this for the last 6-12 months. And I feel like I'm in this circle. I'm not going anywhere. I'm about to pass out. First need to evaluate, have I been doing what they've been telling me to do in the first place, right? Because if the leader says, right, if Paris or Charles tells me to do one thing and I go do something else, that exhaustion is not based off of me following what the instruction of the leader is. The exhaustion is based off me following somebody else. So you got to ask yourself, are you following the right people? Or am I following the right person to get the result I want in my trade account? Am I following the right person to grow my business to the level that I want to get it to, right? Because if you think about it, if I want to follow somebody to get a result in my trade account, and let's say, all right, I want to hit my first $100,000 bet, but I'm following somebody who's never traded before because they advised me to do something, I'm not going to get that result. Hey, why haven't you made X number of dollars yet? My mentor told me to compound my account. My mentor told me, right, when to move my stop loss, when to take profit. I'm going to follow the person that already has the result. But at the same time, if I'm following 10 different mentors, right, all the roads aren't going to lead. The roads are going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Tangled. Yeah. The lines are going to get crossed. I can't follow 10 people going 10 different directions. I'm going to end up lost. I'm going to get exhausted because I'm trying to run over here, trying to run over there, trying to run over here. Right? You can learn from people. You can use examples of what you find, right, from different places. But at the end of the day, you have to decide who's that voice you're going to listen to, right? Who's that voice you're going to listen to in your trade account? Who's that voice you're going to listen to in your business? And once you identify that voice, follow them until they give you a reason not to, right? Follow them until they give you a reason not to. I'm not saying you can't switch who that voice is. I'm not saying that voice has to be the very first person that you met, right? You get to decide who that voice is. You have 100% control over who you want to listen to, over who you want to follow, right? This is your trade account. There's 160 educators on the platform. You don't have to follow Stevenson, Charles, Patrick Kinney, Dr. Kathy. I don't know. You don't have to follow anybody that any of us follow. It doesn't matter. You pick the one that works for you, right? But you got to understand when you pick somebody to follow, that's who you're going to follow, right? Don't follow two different people with different strategies, with different mindsets on trading. Hey, I'm going to follow this person. They really like scalping in the market and they're looking for pullbacks, but this person is looking to trade Fibonacci. They don't go together. This person's using Bollinger Bands. This person's using EMAs. This person over here is using vectors. Picks, even if you're going to pick more than one person, right? I'm not saying you can't follow more than one educator. Follow people that have the same philosophy, right? Because again, if I'm going to follow somebody with a different philosophy than what it is that I'm learning, it's going to confuse me. It's going to make it harder to get the result that I'm looking for. And I'm going to end up like those ants going round and around. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? When all I had to do was build that rope, work with the people that I'm working with, get the next person on, right? When somebody comes in, you add them to that rope, and the rope gets bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. Now, what starts to happen? Your business starts to move, right? Your trade account starts to look the way that it should because you're following the right path, right? And the right path is whatever path that you chose. And you got to understand, people always, what's the best strategy? Who's the best person that I should listen to? All of them. They all got 6+ figures in their trade account. They all figured out a way. They all figured out a way to become massively successful with what it is that we're doing here. Whether it's Forex, whether it's digital currencies, whether it's high frequency markets, and now the e-commerce, right? They have all figured out a way to free themselves. So the right person to follow is the person that you identify with. I don't know who you're going to identify with. You might not like the person that I like. And guess what? I haven't listened to every single educator on the platform. It's too many of them. I found the ones that work for me, and I'm going to stick with those, right? You got to do the same thing. Find the one that works for you. I got some chairmen here that got a blueprint that's been working for everybody else. I'm good. Run the play, right? Run the play. So that's what you got to understand as we going throughout the rest of this year. We finishing out 2020, right? You're surrounded by people with all the results it is that you're looking for. And if there's somebody that doesn't have the results that you're looking for, I promise, ask somebody in the group, say, hey, I haven't seen the results that I'm looking for. We can point you in the direction of somebody that has the results that you're looking for. Or maybe you're just not aware that the person has that result. Maybe you're just not aware, right? And that's okay too. But once you're aware, you got to make sure that you're following that plan. And I've heard it so many different times, different ways. Keep simple things simple. Keep simple things simple. Whatever it is that you're following, don't try to add on to the formula, right? And think of it like this. If we said 2 + 2 is 4, right? We understood why 2 + 2 is 4 and all that good stuff. Don't start asking, well, what if I add one more? That got nothing to do with 2 + 2. I know every time I add 2 + 2, I'm gonna get 4. Stop asking about +1. If we talking about Skittles, we're not gonna go into the strategy, it's more the motivation. But if it's y'all know the strategy. Like keep it simple. It's really that simple. If we talking about Stevenson, what is it? Break, retest, wait for the retest. Right? Wait for the retest. No retest, no entry. Yeah, but it's shooting up really, really high right now. Should I get in? Did it retest? No. So why are you asking the question? You already answered yourself. Right? Thank you. Keep it simple. Who said that? That was isn't that Jaleesa's thing? Keep it stupid simple. But that's really it. That's really all it is. If we talking about DeLorean, is the red candle bigger than the blue? Is there space for profit? We talking about ECC 11? Did the red line cross the blue line? You see, I studied a lot over the years, but whichever one you go with, know what the strategy is, and you'll be able to use it. And once you master it, once you prove that you can make money with it, then you go somewhere else, if you really want to. But I mean, you're making money with it, so maybe you just want to be a student. That's cool too. I like being a student sometimes. But make sure you know how to make money with it first. They said in your chairman run, get to chairman first, and then you can start making your own play. Use what's worked to get to the $10,000. Don't slow your process down, right? Use what works. Use what works. So that's what I want to talk to y'all about today. Don't get caught in that death circle, following the wrong people, right? If you see the person that you're following has no results, and the person with results is trying to lead you, eventually they're going to stop trying to lead you, right? Eventually you're going to stop getting those phone calls. Eventually, you either going to not be here anymore, or you're going to be here, it's going to be 6 months, 12 months, and you're going to be wondering why you don't have results that you want, right? It's easy to get results here. They got 1,000 ways to get results inside this academy. You got all the different softwares. You can copy and paste. You got Go Live. If y'all not using Go Live, start using Go Live. The educators are literally on there taking the trades with you. And then they're telling you what to look for when you get off the call. Right, Charles? People who were screaming chairman season in February and aren't here now. Hey, and I screenshot who's on the calls. I know who was saying it. Listen, I screenshot who's on the call because I know I'm gonna be here. I just want to see who. Oh, nah, okay. Oh, they still here. Hey, let's go. Y'all, I don't know if y'all been on social media. Well, y'all been on social media in some way, shape, or form. They got those things, how it started versus how it's going. I think I'm gonna post some of those with the old screenshots of like the Zoom meetings. How it started versus how it's going. It's like you planning for a trip. You start with like 30 people, and then you end up with 2 people going there, right? It's gonna look good for the people that's still here, still rocking. Don't let that be you. If you say it, mean it. If you don't mean it, don't say it. That's fine too. Everybody's goal is not the same. I heard it on the I don't know if it was the Next Wave call last night or when somebody said it. It might have been this past weekend. It said everybody's goal when they get started here isn't the same. And that's okay. Some people's goal is to make an extra $1,000 a month. That's cool. We will help you make an extra $1,000 a month. I just told you how to do it. Pick one of the strategies and follow that strategy. Follow Swipe Coin, follow Swipe Trades, follow whatever you want to follow it. You'll get what you want, right? Pick an educator to follow. You'll make the type of money you came here to make. That's easy. That's the easy part. If you're looking at making $10,000 a month, do that too. It'll take a little more work, a little more capital, but it's doable. But that requires you being a little more teachable and coachable. See, $1,000 a month is only, what, about $50 a day? Everybody here can make $50 a day just off the trades coming through the group. Y'all should have made about 150, 200 off that Bitcoin minimum. I think I saw some 0.01s looking good in there, right? So the money's not the issue. But for those desiring to go chairman, for those desiring a 6, 7, 8-figure income, right? You didn't come here to make a couple $1,000s because you could have made that at your job, right? You really want that life-changing income. You want to know how to make $1,000 in a day, in a minute. What Sir Trilly said, I could make 1,000 in a minute. If you want to know how to make 1,000 in a minute, that's going to be a little bit different, right? That's going to take some effort. That's going to take some studying. That's going to take you actually putting in that time. But you have to be the one to decide what you want, and then communicate what you want to the person that brought you in. Communicate it to one of the leaders if they're not here. Communicate it to somebody and they'll help you come up with a plan on how to get it. I'm not saying it's going to be super easy, but it is simple. It is simple. You know why it's not easy? Because it's not easy for most people to stay dedicated to anything. It's not. It's really, really not. And even as a coach, when I'm coaching people, I love working with athletes because they understand that mentality, right? But the reality is we're all athletes in some way, shape, or form. You ain't got to be out there on no field or nothing, right? You don't have to be competing professionally or anything like that. But if you can be disciplined and wake up and go for a walk, be disciplined in your trade account, follow some instructions, you're going to have the results you want. It's really that easy. It's really that easy. And if you're struggling, talk to somebody. Hold on. I see my guy. Charles.
What's up?
What's good?
Listen, I just wanted to take some time out. First of all, drop some fire emojis for Javon real quick. Amazing, amazing message. But I wanted to take time out to honor somebody, a special individual, somebody who's been here since day one. You know, happy birthday doesn't do it justice. You know what I'm saying? And she's been integral in making sure that this ship runs the way it's supposed to run. You know, Retired 365's birth date is May 25th, 2017. And King Eze and B Nbuku, I can't say enough. I can't say enough. B, we want to honor you and say thank you so much for doing what you do day in, day out for the whole organization. You know, we love you. We appreciate the contributions that you make behind the scenes, in front, leading the people, doing what it is that you do. We appreciate you. And, you know, we want to thank you for growing. We want to thank you for not staying the same. Thank you for stepping out front when it was uncomfortable, right? Thank you for making the decision to, you know, get on the camera, get in front of the team and lead. Right, Jasmine, with a heart of gold. We appreciate you for everything that you do. Thank you so much for being Eze's better half, pouring into him, supporting him. Thank you for showing up to all the events, right? Thank you for the mastermind sessions at 1 a.m, 2 a.m, planning the organization, planning how we're going to help people get to the next level, everything that you do, everything you've done, and everything you're currently doing. So we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. We honor you. Been here since day one, riding with no brakes. And I wanted to make sure that we honor you in front of the whole entire team. And it goes without saying. It really does. It goes without saying. So we appreciate you. And thank you for everything that you do. All right. So Javon, I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to you, my friend.
Hey, that was all that needed to be said. Once again, happy birthday, B. We definitely appreciate you and everything you do on a 100%. And each and every single one of you guys, let me pull up the schedule for the day. Let me make sure.